Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a video on my thoughts on the little sort of exclusive, masterful social media exclusive clip, which in my brain I'm like, wait, so does that mean that that's not part of the box set? And if so, that's kind of a shame because this was kind of cool. At least, definitely for me, because I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever experienced Mark Gatiss's Master and or the Unbound Master. I guess he plays the Master in a universe where David Warner, the actor David Warner, played the third incarnation of the Doctor as opposed to John Pertwee, and Bernie Summerfield is his companion, I think, from the Virgin New Adventure books. I think that's the Unbound universe in a nutshell and or series. I could be wrong, so if you do know anything about the Unbound universe of Doctor Who, please do comment that below in the comment section, because I can't keep up with everything Doctor Who, even though apparently most people would disagree with that. But that I actually know in real life. But even though that's like one person. But anyway, yeah, this was a lot. I feel like Mark Gatiss probably had a lot of fun recording this. My first impression of his Master is a lot more sort of cold and calculative and classic. You know, I feel like he's very much channeling a Roger Delgado type Master, which isn't a bad thing, and maybe even a Geoffrey Beevers sort of Master, maybe. But yeah, I thought that his interplay slash sort of interactions with Chameleon were quite interesting, and a little bit of another guilty confession to admit here, #FakeFan, I don't really know much about Chameleon either, because I don't know if he gets introduced in The King's Demon or if he leaves in that story, but either way, this kind of felt like it was harkening back to that episode just because of the loop, really, in my opinion, you know, because there was like a loop playing in the background, which I thought was quite funny, as well as the line where he's like, just cut the stupid butler act, Chameleon. You didn't even try and kill me at breakfast. It's just like, that's like an actual line of dialogue in a Doctor Who story, or like thing. That's just so funny and dumb. And I think that in itself kind of embodies Doctor Who, or the wacky, dumb nature of this show and or the entity that it is now. But yeah, I think John Colshaw, plays Chameleon. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, this has definitely got me even more intrigued to see the finished product of Masterful. I genuinely can't remember if Mark Gatiss's Master is in Masterful, but if he's not, then that's a crime. I know that as well as him, there's also Alex McQueen, who I've not really ever really sort of listened to his Master, or Derek Jacobi. I've listened to him once in Gallifrey Time War 1. I think I liked him in that, from what I remember. But yeah, I mean, there's the Unbound Master, there's McQueen, and Eric Roberts I've not listened to at all in Big Finish. So there are at least 3 or 4 Masters, because there's also some kid who's playing a version of the Master who I have no idea who that is. So there are at least about 3 or 4 different Masters in this box set that I will have never heard in Big Finish audio or whatnot. I mean, I guess by that logic also you could include Missy as well as John Sim and that, because I don't have any of the Missy box sets. I haven't listened to any of the Missy box sets or any. This is the first one with John Sim in, to be fair, so no one's listened to John Sim in audio, really. And I am really ecstatic about that as well, because I'm a big fan of his Master, and that. And I think he'll be really, really interesting in this. They sort of set up this idea that the world has been destroyed and that the Doctor... well, no, actually, the world's still there, but it's not quite in the shape that it once was. The Mutter Spiral, he refers to it as, and I think he says, oh, how the Doctor would be dead if he saw this the pitiful Earth the way that it is currently. Oh wait, he's already dead. So then in my head, I'm immediately like, so are we in the Unbound universe? Is that David Warner's Doctor that's dead, but our universe's version of the Doctor's still alive? Or are we in our universe? What's going on? But I think there is a thing in the synopsis for Masterful, so this isn't really a spoiler, but like all of his selves are having a big sort of celebratory, like almost like birthday party, which would be hilarious. But like one big sort of bash / get together, and maybe it is because the Doctor's dead. I can't remember now what the synopsis said, but there is like a big gathering of them all, and that for some reason. And then I remember fairly vividly that the synopsis ended with something quite spooky and quite horrifically like, oh, but actually maybe this time the Master might need the Doctor's help, because what, or there's something, or in this gathering, in this place where the Doctor has fallen, the Master actually finds out something that he's more scared of than the Doctor, or that scares him, or scares many of his selves, and that. Something to that effect, and I was like, ooh, okay, this sounds really interesting. But yeah, it was well produced. I love all the fiery flame effects and the shimmering different sort of visual, sort of like, colours. It's very visually pleasing. Again, I think Chameleon is voiced by John Coleshaw, and if so, he's really great as this sort of assassin, I think, android, and I only say that because of like, Mark Gatiss' The Master, you know, Sam Kiskard, I think is the anagram that he uses. You know, the sort of, you know, the line of like, yeah, the bit with like, oh, well, cut the butler act, you didn't even try and kill me at breakfast. You know, it kind of sounded a bit, maybe Minecraft as well as sort of Roger Delgado, his Master. And then they leave it on such a tease of like, oh yes, well, I think I've only got one thing left to do. Invade Gallifrey. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, is that going to be part of the Masterful box set? Some of the Masters invading Gallifrey? Or is this just like a thing that we don't even see? Like one of those, like, many even, like, adventures that the Master sort of just does off screen, which is a shame, really. That would be such a cool idea. I've just thought, like, in my head, like, a Doctor / companion light episode where we just follow the Master for an episode or two, or like a two-parter, and then it picks up with like the Doctor's side of it, and that in another two-parter, or like, for lack of a better term, 50-minute to an hour sort of feature length, even though the new episodes in the Chibnall era are like pretty much feature length anyway, episodes. But yeah, I think something like that could be cool in the new series. I don't know if they'd ever consider doing something like that, or maybe Big Finish, I don't know, but I feel like it's more of a Big Finish thing because they're more experimental. But yes, overall, this was a lot of fun. A very nice little teaser. I like the fact that it's dropped now because Masterful is supposed to be coming sort of early January 2021, I think, like they're like literally a week after the New Year's special, potentially, I think. It's supposed to be coming out sooner rather than later in 2021, which is brilliant because it's going to be great. It should be great. So, to celebrate, yeah, the 50th anniversary of The Master. Yeah, I mean, I'd be really interested to see and or hear what you guys think about this in the comment section below. So please do comment, rate and subscribe. Thanks for watching.